you ever been so ill or traumatized that you did not know what to do? Well, my name is Deborah Patrick, and I stand before all of you today to share my experience with how I overcame my own illnesses through rest. My father, who worked on the 83rd floor of the World Trade Center, was terminated from his job the day before September 11th, 2001. And that is why I am standing here today. Many people died that day, and still are dying today due to the collective trauma of 9/11 related illnesses. Although I wasn't born during this time, my father has shared his 9/11 story with me many times. He experienced respiratory and skin disorders for several years due to the toxic exposure after going back to the site to assist with the search and recovery effort. He was emotionally traumatized by many of the horrific scenes of that day and at a complete loss for answers. Certain medications got him little to no result after many years of chronic illness. So, he decided to search for other ways to heal. He later shared these alternatives with me as I grew up, which I've applied whenever I'm not feeling my best. As a result, I'm continuing to become a better version of myself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Before I adopted the secrets of healing, I've been so overwhelmed and frustrated with symptoms I have felt whenever I had a cold or a fever. But once I set my mind to wanting the best for myself, I would apply this method in order to achieve healing and longevity. Well, what is the secret? I'm glad you asked. It is the 3D rest healing method. This resting results in profoundly resting the 3 dimensions of our being: body, mind, and emotions. If you were to Google the word resting, what would you expect to see? Probably a picture of someone laying down or sleeping, right? Well, that is resting, but it's not the only form of rest. This resting results in strengthening the immune system and restoring the body to optimal health. According to the New England Journal of Medicine, this 3D rest is similar to how a caterpillar goes to rest under a leaf and then cocoons into a dancing butterfly. The increasing number of deaths caused by cancer, diabetes, COVID-19, and even depression challenges us to think outside of the box and find alternative ways to restore our health. This 3D rest healing method is both a simple and inexpensive method that everyone has accessibility to. It will support conventional treatments as we discover new ways to overcome illnesses and change the narrative of healthcare. Let us examine the 3 dimensions of 3D rest. The first dimension of 3D rest is healing the body through sleeping. I'm someone who has struggled with getting enough sleep and even going to bed on time. But as time went on, I realized how important sleep actually is. If we don't get proper sleep at night, our circadian rhythm pattern is disrupted, what makes it hard to focus throughout the day. After a good night's sleep, I always feel so awake and energized, especially after being behind on sleep. The second dimension of 3D rest is healing the mind through sightseeing and music. No matter how well fed you are, if you're constantly living in fear and anxiety, you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot be healthy. As someone with Caribbean parents, I'm definitely a beach girl. Every time I go on vacation, the beach is somewhere I always want to be because of how relaxed it makes me feel and even just admiring the beautiful ocean view. The saltwater smell, the windy breeze, the waves splashing against the shore. I also listen to music on a daily basis. And let me tell you, it puts me into a great mood. The melody of music gives me a positive attitude and helps calm my mind. The third and final dimension of 3D rest is healing the emotions through gratitude journaling. This method allows me to reflect on and remember the positive things of the past and relive them. Relive these memories. This method is not only about reflecting on the good memories of the past, but also looking towards the future and thinking of all the wonderful things that are to come. Whenever I jot things down, such as my goals, motivational quotes, or even a summary of how my day went, I feel positive, hopeful, cheerful, and enthusiastic. This is 3D rest, the healing of the body through sleeping, the emotions through sightseeing and music, and lastly, the emotions through gratitude journaling. So, this is how I manage to overcome physical, mental, and emotional illnesses using rest. I am now currently studying at Applied Technology High School in the health professions major to better understand healing. Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States, said, "The best of all medicine is rest." Thank you.